Welcome to another perspective by one of the many, a space in which commentary is experiential, where the evidence is existence as one knows it, and therefore also the lack thereof. Now that I've watched part 2, I have to express my just disappointment with Wicked. I'm so sorry. Like, I couldn't be more sorry because I genuinely feel like watching Cynthia Erivo perform and hearing Cynthia Erivo sing has genuinely, like, with no exaggeration, given me a new lease on life. It has really given me something to aspire to. I would love to be as good as writing as Cynthia Erivo is at singing and emoting. Like, her voice gives me like a physical reaction in my body. It is stunning. And I think her performances across both of the Wicked films were truly like, they were heartfelt, they were sincere, they were measured, they were deep. There was like a fountain. There was a deep well of emotions there, and I feel like she really pulled from them, and I really got that in the performance. I also feel like it cinematography, everything, it looked absolutely beautiful. It looked so aesthetically pleasing, and Paul Tazwell, my goodness, those costumes were magnificent. The storytelling does not exist in these two films. I'm really, 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 really sorry. And it started off with the first film. After you watch the first film in the cinema and you watch it like like by the second or the third watch, you're like, like there's not actually much that happened here. But I want to talk about part 2 because I literally just watched it. There was a lot of story missing. And by that, I'm not saying that they didn't follow the play. I'm not saying that. And I did watch the play once when I was a kid, the musical, and I really enjoyed it. But that, like, the people that I went with to see the film told me that this part 2 is in line with what happens in the musical and what happens on stage. And I was like, okay, if that's the case, then Wicked isn't as great as you guys have been saying. Because where is the story? Where is the drama? What was Elphaba doing all of those months learning magic? Like, where was the trying and failing to learn magic? Where was the depression from the solitude? Where was her doing her darndest to convince the animals that actually she isn't an op, even though she did do that to Chistery and Co. She's actually on their side, and that's why Oz and the Wizard of Oz is against her. Where was that scene? Where was us, reflecting on her treatment and reflecting on how actually, while she was being bullied at Shiz, Nessa never showed up for her. And that's why it was easier for her to make that decision to not return when their father died. Do you know what I mean? Like, even in the end, and then that scene, having that scene in there would still fit in with the story, because guess what? Nessa betrayed her again. Exactly. Where was the private reflections of Madame Morrible after every, not after every announcement, but at least after one announcement, having, memories of her and Elphaba bonding? Where was the back and forth? What's the word? Where was the duality? Like, where was the Judas of it all? Do you know what I mean? Like, is it me, Jesus? Like, is it me, Alphabet? Yeah, like, you were her teacher. Like, where are those memories? Where was, like, even Madame Morrible? Maybe she was happy to drop Alphabet in it because she realized how powerful she was. As stated in the first film, when she said, I can only read but a few words of the Grimoire, here comes Alphabet, first crack out of the book. Like, where's the memories of her looking at Alphabet? Actually, you're actually a little bit too powerful for me, and if I ever need to take you down, I will. Like, where was that thought? Where was that scene? like, for Madame Morrible to turn on a dime, why does Madame Morrible hate the fucking animal so much? Did an animal kill her mum? What are we talking about? And I hate allegory. I hate allegories for racism, for slavery. Because you guys, you never do it well. That's why I fucking hate Robots by Channel 4. I hate that shit. It's so fucking racist because there isn't any actual heartfelt. There's like, you can just tell the people that are using this allegory you've the marginalization that Black people and Africans specifically have had to face in the Western world. You've never experienced that emotion and you don't know how to tell that story. In the first film, we should have seen Elphaba trying to assimilate beyond a hair flick. Like, have you never met a Black girl in your life? It's so annoying. It's so annoying and it's so fucking disappointing. It doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense. And do you know what? Elphaba, maybe she should have come up with a little wig. Maybe she should have come up with a little straight wig. Like, if we're gonna go there, then let's really go there. Let's do assimilation. Let's do Elphaba acting like she's no longer intelligent, acting like Glinda in that regard as well. Being in class like, oh, what's going on? Do you know what I mean? Like, let's do fucking assimilation. If we're gonna go there, then let's go. Let's do the thing. Let's tell the story. And what is the time frame? Because as Elphaba's younger sister, what age did Nessa Rose become the governor after her dad died? What are we talking about? And speaking of Nessa Rose, give me more, give me more. Give me more. I feel like one of the things that is missing from this story is intent. Where was everyone's intent aside from the fact that she had green skin? Jealousy, envy. Envy is green. Hello.